Hey everyone, how's it going today? Insuffy here with another video for you for another great opening. Really I wanted to theme this around, is OP08 still great? Well, a lot of people argue it was never great to begin with. But you can get a little bit cheaper than the other sets, so can we still potentially open these and still really enjoy opening OP08 if we kind of want to save a few bucks? I think so. So I wanted to kind of open up some of it and see kind of where we're at. Is it still a fun set to open? Is it still something that we get some enjoyment out of? Or is OP08 kind of dying? Let's find out. First, I got 4 loose packs just to kind of start us off with. So we'll start with some of the loose packs here. And we'll see what we can get out of that. And then we'll get into our box break. Hope everybody is having a fantastic day so far. And, well, this is already starting off with a dawn. So we know we got a leader. And Choppa leader with Pedro and Luna. What I was going to say is I hope everybody's having a great day and a great week as usual. I hope everybody is having fun and enjoying you know, all the new crazy stuff that's been coming out, and you know, we've had the excitement with OP10, and it's been a good time. Oh man, I picked some bad packs randomly on this one, didn't I? Well, looks like we got a couple rares here. Oh shoot, we're not off to a good start, people. Carrot. But it's been fun. There's been a lot of cool stuff coming out. I know this is like I said, older, like it's kind of feeling older, although it's not really that old. But it is, you know, a little less popular set, so you know, it's kind of hasn't really been able to, you know, get its footing quite as well as some other sets, let's say, right? Okay, we have a chance on this one. But it's still, I think it's still a good set. I think there's some value to have here. I mean, when you're looking at a box that's, you know, less than $100, which a lot of these are going for less than 100, and you have like Bonnie SP, which is like 160, you're almost doubling your value there. You know, you've got the manga, although, you know, Silver's Rayleigh manga isn't worth that much. I mean, he's still, you know, gonna get you like 3 boxes worth of your value. What do we got here? Looks like an SR. Charlotte Linlin SR, which isn't too bad, right? I mean, that's not a terrible thing to get. And then, you know, you've got the Silver's Rayleigh SEC, which is, you know, one of the more expensive SECs, you know, being, you know, like $25 up to $30 at some points. I've seen it up to $35 at one point a while ago. Not recently, but, you know, it's just, you know, it price varies, but it's a valuable card. It's a great card for some decks, especially like me, the red deck player. You know, I got 4 of them in there. It's a pretty critical card for you know, Shanks deck. So you know, there's that being the case, I know that the values are often driven by their playability or the likability of the character in the show, and how much people won't think that card is like cool and unique. So there's some value here still. I mean, you can get potentially your money or even more of your money back by getting some of these cards. Edward Newgate here, SR. So a couple SRs there on the loose. So again, loose packs, not really guaranteed anything, but we do have some guaranteed possibilities here with our box. We should have at least 2 hits. If we are lucky, we will have 3 hits. And I just feel like I haven't done a box break in a while. And, you know, except for like OP010, you know, obviously box breaking that. But, you know, in terms of any other older set, hasn't really been much in a while that I've messed with, filming wise, or on the side. Because there was a time when I was opening stuff before I started the channel. There we go. And then we've got this all nicely set here. Make sure it's on camera. We'll put them back there. But yeah, I mean, I just thought it would be kind of interesting, and obviously this being a little bit cheaper set, it's something I can, you know, open up and show a lot of cards without breaking the bank. Although OP010's not not that much of a price difference. I'll probably do an OP06 break box, obviously a lot of OP10, and I'll kind of see where I want to go from there. I don't want to forget about OP09 because that's still great too. I do have a couple boxes of that here, and I'm just debating if I want to open them or not. I assume we should be getting a reprint of those, which will make those boxes come down a little bit. Okay, 2 rares here for us. Let me organize that. Anybody feel like they get extra lucky with where, like if you ever done like a rip till you hit or something? Like, do you have a strategy? Like, do you feel like more often than not, like the alternate arts are in the bottom, in the middle of a box? You know, I know that I've seen like PokeRev, like when he does like his like you know, everyone buys like a really expensive pack out of an old set, he'll mix them all up, I guess, so people can't, like, you know, they feel like there's more randomness in it. But I don't know. I mean, isn't the boxes already pretty random? I don't know. I feel like they're probably pretty mixed in, right? I haven't really seen any type of similarity. Nico conquered the quest, and all right, 2 rares again. So haven't hit any. We should get 2 hits. We should get at least either an SEC or 2 alternate arts, or an SEC and an alternate art. If we get an SEC, from what I understand, then we have a really good chance of getting a manga hit. And I like the Silver's Rayleigh manga. I wouldn't mind getting Silver's Rayleigh manga whatsoever. Manga's a manga, man. Atmos, Burnblade, S-Hawk. Oh, they put him in the rares. And the Nami SR. I like the Nami SR. And this is another card. I mean, like, this SR's, I think, a few bucks, $4 maybe at some points. I do like that SR. It's nice. Let me go ahead and put this in a sleeve. Is there any particular card that you guys like out of OP08? You know, or are you guys just kind of feeling like, kind of a little over OP08, you know, I wouldn't mind something else, you know. I probably won't be doing much more OP08. I think it's still a good set. I would love to get another Jewelry Bonnie. I would love the Silver's Rayleigh manga. He's a cool character. Like, he's a cool guy. I think that he would be a really neat manga to have. I know he's not like one of the more expensive ones, but still. And okay, we got an SR here. Another Edward Newgate SR. Okay. We're flying through these. I'll try not to take too much time for this because I know a lot of you have probably seen a lot of this, but you know, there's going to be people that are watching this video that just have not seen box breaks of OP08 and are curious on what's going on with that Marco. So I kind of want to, you know, I like to kind of open my cards a certain way just in case, you know, you're someone who, you know, maybe you're just checking out One Piece, maybe you're cruising around and you're like, oh, I wonder kind of what this is all about. You know, you may have not seen a lot of these cards before. So I try to keep that in mind. And these are obviously just all going to be commons at this point. We have not hit anything crazy yet. All right. I kind of prefer it that way a little bit though. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to, like, when we hit it, I want to be like surprised. You know, it's like a little less, I think, fun. You know, if you hit like, you know, maybe like your 2 hits early on and then you're like hoping for a third, but then you're like, if it's a 2-hit box, I'm screwed. Mont Blanc, Hamlet, Moby Dick, Calgara, Baron, you can't take our king. My bulk pile is going to be crazy at the end of this. I'm trying to be like a little organized with it. All right, who's who, and another double rare. Wow, okay. Nothing yet. We know some's in here. I mean, I hear about air boxes like giving like extra hits and stuff. Could you imagine an air box where you have no hit? There's just no hit in it. You're just like, Bandai, what happened to my box? All right, leader pack here. Dalton and Queen. That would suck. I guess if you didn't film, like, if you didn't film it like I filmed it, like, how would Bandai know, right? They'd be like, "Oh, what? What do you mean there was no hit in there?" And then just our commons and uncommons. That would be crazy. And then trying to defend your position if you didn't record it. They're probably like, "Oh yeah, sure, there was no hits in there, buddy. Like, you're not trying to get a free box out of us." I'm sure that they probably have controls in place where that cannot happen, but I don't know. That would just be terrible. Oh man. So what else are you guys looking forward to collecting? Anybody been watching like the OP11 and stuff like that in Japanese and getting a little excited about, you know, that set or what cards may be coming out? I know there's a lot of SPs that I'm really looking forward to. And I don't know if I'll be doing the recording of the video before or after I post this, but I am going to be doing a video on kind of like the... Okay, there's something here, guys. Okay. Something. Is that alternate art? Okay. Alternate art, Edward Newgate. That looks pretty nice. Oh, my sleeves are over here. This is a cool looking card. You know, it's... you know, I know OP08's not as popular, maybe for game style wise, but I mean, like, this is a really cool alternate art. I mean, this is sick. I love Edward Newgate. Like, I'll probably be keeping this one. This is just really cool alternate art for him. He's a cool character. Who doesn't like Whitebeard, man? You know, and the value, I don't know off the top of my head what the value is on this, but, you know, if there's not a lot of value on it, it's okay. I will still appreciate this card because I still think that it's neat. But it's not. It bothers me when this doesn't go in, like, at least flat. It's okay if it's a little off, but... Alright, we'll put him... Is that going to be off camera? Yeah. Put him in front of Shanks there. Shanks is my buddy. He hangs out with me. Me and Shanks, you know. I just sit here sometimes and I drink with my buddy Shanks. I don't do that. That sounds sad. Ah! That pack did not want to open. Alright, we have a chance on this pack, so let's see what we got here. Biscuit Warrior, the Goat Doctor, Mushu, I'll Never Shoot You, Giovanni, Peckham's, Baron, It's the Die For, Lappins, S-Hawk, and... Okay. It's just been a couple rares again. Not too bad. Alright, we know we have at least another hit in here. If we get an SEC, then we have a manga chance that will be alive. It's like one of those things, like, do you want an SEC, or do you want to have a manga chance, or would you rather just pull straight the manga and not have, like, the build-up? Charlotte Pudding. I do like the alternate art leader for Charlotte Pudding in here. Be cool to get an alternate art leader in here. Okay, on to the next one. I like doing box breaks. It's nice knowing that you have that guarantee. I mean, because I do like going to game shops as well and buying, like, you know, random, you know, buy a couple packs from them here and there. Yeah, man, some of these are like... I see people do scissors sometimes, but I don't know if I want to do scissors, but I don't know. One of these days I may have to do that, or just open up from the back. A lot of people open from the back too, and it's a little bit better. Alright, discount. BB. People don't ever die. Oh, don't ever know. Say their dreams don't ever end. I totally read that wrong. Hiking Bear. Iron Body. We're getting towards the end here. It looks like just an SR. So we got a rare and Charlotte Linlin SR. Okay. We're about halfway through the box now. Give or take. I might be off a little bit there. Let's see what we got. Oh, leader pack. We got a couple rares. And... King. And there is our common and uncommons. All right. Still have at least one hit hiding out in here somewhere. Where are you? I'm trying to think of what other cool, fun things I can open for you guys, too, in these videos. You know, I did, like, the judge pack and stuff like that. I wasn't really sure what to do for this one. I'm going to have to, like, kind of think about some other stuff for me to do. Obviously, this is a Dawn hit. Put that aside. We got our Wanda, the Earth Will Not Lose. But yeah, I'm trying to think about like what else I want to do with... Bump the camera there. With opening stuff. I think there's like some... I think I want to do some more of those toys and stuff. But like when I was at Target, they didn't have any. Like people are even buying those out. Like why? Why are you buying out? And you know, I went to Target and I was... the only thing I saw there was the sticker packs. And I guess they're trying to be more hardcore about limiting who can buy. And they were like, oh, you can't buy more than 2 of that. We limit the TCG. And I was like, it's not TCG. It's, you know, stickers. It's a sticker pack. And the lady was like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's fine. I was like, dang. I mean, I appreciate you guys, you know, being on point. But, you know, you kind of should know what's TCG and not, you know, like you can start limiting gotchas and stuff too. I mean, some things need to be limited, but not everything. All right, Cloven Rose, and what do we got here? This looks shiny. What is it? Ooh, Charlotte Lin alternate art. Okay. Okay. Second alternate art of the box. So either this is a 2-hit box and we are done, or we have a 3rd one hiding in here. Very nice. So that's kind of funny. We got Whitebeard and we got Charlotte Linlin. We got 2 Emperor. Well, he used to be an Emperor C, and then we got Charlotte Linlin, who's sort of, well, used to be as well. Sort of, kind of. Okay. Just trying not to ruin the show for anybody. But shame on you if you're not caught up. I'm just kidding. I am on the Egghead Island arc, and I watched the English dub, and I'm just waiting for like the next batch of videos to come out. And I'm trying to see, like, you know, how that's gonna end up all going down. But I'm enjoying the Egghead Island. I mean, it might become like one of my more favorite arcs. Because I do kind of like the character, I like the development, I like the things they're doing with it. Maria Onion, Peoples, Calgara, Sweet Pea, Chesimero, Thatch, Burn Blade. What do we got here? It looks like an SR is what I kind of accidentally, sneakingly saw. Pedro the Man, and Black Maria SR. That's actually pretty cool with like her like weird fingernail power thingy. Webs, I guess. Or are they webs? I'm trying to remember. Are those webs? I think they were webs. She's like a Black Widow, right? That's called Black Maria. Or like sort of represents. Maybe I should stop ripping the tab and just like do the other style. But I don't know. It's like the tab mostly works for me. Sometimes it's not friendly with me, but there's this place I go and I get ramen at all the time. And they play like reruns of One Piece, and they had Thriller Bark on there, and that was kind of cool. Like I'm eating ramen and I'm watching like Thriller Bark. It was really nice to. That's like I think I said in an earlier video too, and I meant it. Like, you know, Thriller Bark's like one of my more favorite arcs in One Piece. How many packs we got left? We still got some here. All right, we still got like a little pile of them still left. See, and this is where, like, you know, people can be shady, right? Like they can say like, well, I got my 2 hits, so since one of them weren't SEC, they're probably gonna argue that there's probably no more hits left in the box, and then they might just sell the rest of the packs and take the risk. As you'll see, I'm opening. I don't do that. That's just messed up. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that people can do, you know? You get your hits out of the box. If you think the box is dead, you can just sell the rest of the packs. And again, I'm not telling anybody to do that. I think it's a shady thing to do. I don't think you should do that, but it's not like it's not known. When people know people, I mean, that information's out there. People do that all the time. The other one was chess. I never shoot you down. I have to create a third pile for my comments. And it's a shame, you know. I understand from the human perspective of like, okay, you know, like I want to, you know, I don't want to waste my money on this stuff, but it's just like, why would you want to do that to someone else though, you know? You're gonna give someone a bunch of dead packs. I'm pretty sure I bought a bunch of dead packs from people. It's like, you know, it's not nice. It's not a good thing to do. You know, it's one of those things, you know, people may have a hard time proving it and stuff, but you know, that's, you know, it's like your character. Like, what kind of character do you want to have? You know, what kind of character of a person do you want to be? You know, for me, you know, I want to feel like good about my conscience and not be like, you know, feeling bad that I gave someone a bunch of dead packs, and then like, you know, they get excited about opening stuff, and then they don't get that opportunity to actually enjoy anything because you've taken it from them, kind of, in a way. Dr. Hulk and Tony Chopper SR. So, I don't know. I know people do it. You know, people are gonna do it. I mean, you can shame people on that all you want. People are gonna do it. All you can do is just, you know, try to be careful from who you buy from. That's why it's like it sucks having to buy, like, you know, booster boxes sometimes. Oh, I ruined it. Let's see, commons and uncommons. It sucks sometimes to have to buy a booster box just so you feel like a little bit better about it. But people can do booster boxes too, right? Like they can get like if they get both the SP hits, there's only 2 SPs in an entire case. If they get the 2 SP hits, they may just decide to kind of get rid of the rest of the box, you know, if they don't think there's a manga in there. Which is, you know, sucky too that people do that. Alright, another Dawn card, because we have another leader pack. We've got Marco, we've got 2 more rares, and then we've got a bunch of... That's why I like the best. You know, when you're buying the best, I feel like there's so much stuff in there, and there's so many more hits. I think that's something that Bandai needs to think about, is like with their boxes, maybe creating more than just 2 hits a box, like what they did with the best. Because I think it really does help prevent that, where people are kind of, you know, not really knowing, you know, how many hits are left. Like if you have like, you know, sorry, I'm off to the left a little bit. If you have like a couple like really good hits in the box, and then maybe like, I don't know, let's say maybe 3. I mean, make every box a 3 or 4 hit box, and then, you know, and then add a couple like, you know, lesser hits on top of that. It'll just, I think, make it to where there's less dead packs selling, you know, and it's gonna help, I think, help with that, because I think it's hard with the best. I mean, I feel like that's a lot harder to sell a dead pack with the best. It can still be done. It's not that it can't, but a little tougher to do just because, you know, there's a lot more hits in that box. But I think that's kind of what they need to do, you know, maybe make some cards that are like halfway in between, like an alternate art or something, and in between, you know, like maybe something they know it's not going to go crazy value, but creates a little bit of value, and then they can put that in there. I don't know. See what I mean? Like, pretty much once we got that second hit, you know, we could have just said, we're, you know, forget this box and be done with it. Alright, fucking Charlotte Pure. This is the last pack. Can we get a 3-hit box on the last little bit here? Count Noori, Baron, Sweet Pea, Burn Bazooka, Jean Bay, Edward Weevil. Thank you for loving me. Aw. And we just had a 2-hit box. That was it. That's all she wrote. So, oops, sorry, Shanks. So yeah, there's our couple hits here. We've got the Charlotte Lin alternate art, and the Edward Newgate alternate art, and the 4 extra packs I did. No hits at all. So, not too bad though. I still think it's fun opening 08. But what do you all think about opening 08? Are you done with it? Do you still like it? Will you open some more maybe in the future? Or are we kind of just You know, maybe something every once in a blue moon. I don't know. But thank you again so much, everybody. Thank you for the liking, subscribing, commenting. I appreciate all the incredible support that you all provide. I hope that you have a great rest of your week, your day. Take care of yourselves. Look after one another. And I will see you next one. Hey, everyone. So for the second half of April giveaway, I've got the Ben Beckman playset. So we got 3 SRs here of Ben Beckman and his alternate art, which is a sweet card. So if you play the game, this might be a nice little set for you if you're a red player. If you're not a player, this is still a nice collectible item from Ben Beckman here. So you know, with his alternate art. So a nice little playset here for the second half of giveaway. I think this is got some decent value here with this card. So nice little value with him. If you like, sub, and comment the word giveaway into one of my videos for the second half of April, this will get you into the contest. And then we will reveal who it is on the next video after April, so usually that first week of May, you know, and so on and so forth. Nice little giveaway here, so good luck to everybody, and you know, have a great one, and see you later.